Hello, fellow cosmos enthusiasts. Welcome back to Eskimos, your go-to channel for all things space. Today, we're embarking on an extraordinarily interstellar journey. We're exploring how long humans could survive on different planets. Buckle up, space fans, because we're about to boldly go where no one has gone before. Well, at least not for very long. So grab your astronaut gear, and let's dive in. Let's kick off this cosmic adventure with Mercury, the smallest planet in our solar system and the closest to the Sun. This celestial speedster whips around the Sun in a mere 88 Earth days, making a Mercurian year quite short. Imagine celebrating your birthday every 3 months. However, before you pack your bags for this sun-baked world, let's consider the living conditions. First off, Mercury barely has an atmosphere. It's so thin that it's practically non-existent, which means no oxygen for us to breathe. And if the lack of air doesn't get you, the extreme temperatures surely will. During the day, Mercury's surface sizzles at a scorching 800 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you think you could escape the heat at night, think again. Temperatures plummet to a frigid minus 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So to answer our burning question, how long could humans survive on Mercury? The answer is not very long at all. Without a spacesuit providing oxygen and temperature regulation, you'd last mere seconds on this unforgiving world. Next up is Venus, our nearest planetary neighbor, and often called Earth's twin. At first glance, Venus seems surprisingly hospitable. It's remarkably similar in size and mass to Earth, and its gravity is only slightly weaker than what we experience here. But before you book your one-way ticket to Venus, let's dig a little deeper because, as they say, beauty is only skin deep. Beneath its swirling clouds of sulfuric acid lies a hellish landscape with a runaway greenhouse effect, a scorching surface temperature of around 900 degrees Fahrenheit. And as if that weren't enough, the atmospheric pressure on Venus is 90 times greater than Earth's. That's like being 3,000 feet deep in the ocean, except instead of water, you're surrounded by a thick, toxic atmosphere composed mainly of carbon dioxide. The intense heat, crushing pressure, and poisonous air would quickly overwhelm any human visitor. How long could you survive on Venus without any protection? A few agonizing seconds at best. Perhaps it's best to admire Venus's beauty from afar, where we can appreciate its glow without experiencing its deadly embrace. Let's shift our focus to a planet that sparks both excitement and imagination: Mars, the red planet. As Earth's closest neighbor, Mars has long captivated our curiosity. It's home to towering volcanoes, vast canyons, and evidence of ancient water. Mars offers a glimmer of hope for long-term human presence. A Martian day, called a sol, is just over 24 hours long. The gravity on Mars is about 38% of Earth's. But Mars's atmosphere is extremely thin, about 1% the density of Earth's. You'd need a spacesuit and a steady supply of oxygen to survive. Temperatures can reach 70 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and plunge to minus 200 at night. And don't forget about the infamous Martian dust storms, which can engulf the entire planet. With a specially designed suit and habitat, humans could potentially live on Mars for years. Now let's venture further into our solar system, past the rocky terrain of Mars to the realm of gas giants. Our first stop? Jupiter, the largest planet in our cosmic neighborhood. This behemoth is so colossal that you could fit 1,300 Earths inside it. Talk about a planet with a weight problem. But what makes Jupiter truly awe-inspiring is its swirling atmosphere, a mesmerizing tapestry of storms and clouds that have captivated astronomers for centuries. One of Jupiter's most iconic features is the Great Red Spot, a colossal storm that has been raging for at least 400 years. To put its size into perspective, this storm is so large that you could fit 3 Earths inside it. But while Jupiter's beauty is undeniable, its hospitality leaves much to be desired, especially if you're a human hoping to set foot on solid ground. Here's the catch with Jupiter and other gas giants: there's no solid surface to stand on. The pressure inside Jupiter is unimaginable, millions of times greater than what we experience on Earth. As you descend into Jupiter's atmosphere, the pressure and temperature increase dramatically, eventually turning the surrounding gases into a bizarre, superheated fluid. So, how long could you survive on Jupiter? Well, survive might be too strong a word. Let's just say your journey into Jupiter's atmosphere would be short-lived. Your spacecraft would be crushed and vaporized long before reaching any hypothetical surface. It's a good thing Jupiter is so mesmerizing to look at, because visiting is out of the question. Now we're venturing to the outer reaches of our solar system, to a world that has sparked much debate and captured the hearts of many. Pluto, the demoted planet, reclassified as a dwarf planet. But don't let its size fool you. Pluto is a fascinating world with its own unique charm, albeit a very chilly one. So, bundle up, space travelers, because we're about to explore a world where the sun is just a distant glimmer and the temperature is colder than your ex's heart after a bad breakup. Pluto is incredibly far from the sun, roughly 40 times farther than Earth. As you can imagine, this distance translates to frigid temperatures. How cold are we talking? Well, the average surface temperature on Pluto hovers around minus 387 degrees Fahrenheit, cold enough to freeze nitrogen into a solid. That's right, on Pluto you could walk on frozen nitrogen glaciers. But the frigid temperatures aren't the only challenge Pluto presents to aspiring visitors. The atmosphere, or lack thereof, is another major obstacle. Pluto's atmosphere is incredibly thin, composed mainly of nitrogen, methane, and carbon monoxide. It's so thin that it practically blends with the vacuum of space. In other words, you wouldn't be able to breathe on Pluto, even if you had a really, really warm scarf. So how long could you survive on Pluto without a spacesuit? Not even long enough to say Pluto is a planet. The extreme cold and lack of breathable air would render you unconscious in seconds. But hey, at least you'd freeze to death with a spectacular view of the distant sun and a sky full of stars. Hold on to your hats, space explorers, because we're about to visit Neptune, the windiest planet in our solar system. This ice giant is known for its striking blue hue and supersonic winds. Neptune's beauty is matched by its extreme conditions. It's about 30 times farther from the sun than Earth, resulting in frigid temperatures. The average temperature is minus 353 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds reach speeds of over 1,200 miles per hour, creating massive storms and churning the atmosphere. The pressure at Neptune's core is immense. A human wouldn't survive long without a spacesuit. Best to admire Neptune from a safe distance. Prepare to be dazzled, space enthusiasts, because we're about to visit Saturn, the jewel of our solar system. This gas giant is renowned for its stunning ring system, a celestial ballet of ice and rock that has captivated astronomers for centuries. Saturn's rings are so vast and bright that you can see them with a simple telescope from Earth. It's like having a miniature cosmic light show in your backyard. But while Saturn's beauty is undeniable, its ability to support life as we know it is a different story. Like its larger cousin Jupiter, Saturn is a gas giant, meaning it doesn't have a solid surface to stand on. Instead, it's a swirling mass of hydrogen and helium, with traces of other elements. Trying to land on Saturn would be like trying to land on a cloud. You just keep sinking until you reach the denser layers below. The pressure and temperature inside this gas giant are extreme. As you descend into Saturn's atmosphere, the pressure increases dramatically, eventually becoming millions of times greater than what we experience on Earth. The temperature also rises significantly, reaching thousands of degrees Fahrenheit as you approach the planet's core. But let's not forget about Saturn's most famous feature, its rings. While they might look solid from a distance, they're actually made up of countless particles of ice and rock, ranging in size from tiny grains to massive chunks the size of houses. These particles are constantly colliding and orbiting Saturn at incredible speeds. So even if you could somehow survive the crushing pressure and intense heat of Saturn's atmosphere, navigating through its rings would be like trying to fly through a cosmic shooting range. So, how long could a human survive on Saturn without a spacesuit? The answer is pretty straightforward. Not at all. The lack of a solid surface, the extreme pressure and temperature, and the hazardous ring system make Saturn a no-go zone for humans. We've journeyed to the scorching heart of the solar system, braved the crushing gravity of gas giants, and even ventured to the frozen outposts of our cosmic neighborhood. Now let's take a step back and visit a celestial body a little closer to home, our very own moon. This familiar orb in the night sky has captivated humanity for millennia, inspiring countless myths, legends, and scientific endeavors. And of course, it's the only other world humans have set foot on. The moon, Earth's constant companion, is a desolate yet strangely beautiful world. Its surface is a patchwork of impact craters, vast plains of volcanic basalt and towering mountains. But while the moon might seem like a familiar destination, thanks to numerous robotic missions and the Apollo astronauts, it's not exactly a welcoming environment for humans. For starters, there's no breathable atmosphere on the moon. It's what scientists call a vacuum. an almost perfect void. So, if you were to step outside your lunar lander without a spacesuit, you wouldn't explode like they show in some movies, but you would suffocate pretty quickly. And if the lack of air doesn't get you, the temperature swings might. Without an atmosphere to regulate heat, the moon experiences extreme temperature variations between day and night. During the lunar day, which lasts about 2 Earth weeks, temperatures can soar to a scorching 250 degrees Fahrenheit. But when the sun sets, the temperature plummets to a frigid minus 280 degrees Fahrenheit. So how long could you survive on the moon without a spacesuit? Not long at all. You'd last about as long as you can hold your breath, which is a couple of minutes at best. But hey, at least you'd get to experience the lunar landscape firsthand, and maybe even leave your footprints in the moon dust, just like the Apollo astronauts did. Our cosmic adventure wouldn't be complete without paying homage to the star of the show, our sun. This giant ball of plasma provides Earth with light and warmth, essential for life. The sun is massive, containing over 99% of the solar system's mass. It's a cosmic power plant, fusing hydrogen into helium, releasing immense energy. The surface temperature is 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, but the core reaches 27 million degrees. Approaching the sun would be a suicide mission due to intense heat and radiation. It's best admired from Earth, where we can appreciate its warmth and light safely. We've traversed the solar system, from the scorching heat of Mercury to the icy depths of Neptune. But after our cosmic adventure, one thing is abundantly clear. There's no place like home. Earth, our pale blue dot, is a true oasis, a cosmic miracle where life has flourished. It's the perfect balance of just the right ingredients, allowing life to evolve. So what makes Earth so special? We have a breathable atmosphere, a perfect blend of gases, and our planet's magnetic field shields us from harmful solar wind. It's like having a giant invisible umbrella. Without it, our atmosphere would be stripped away. Water is the lifeblood of our planet. It covers over 70% of Earth's surface. So how long can humans survive on Earth? With proper care, humans could live long and fulfilling lives. As we conclude our cosmic adventure, it's humbling to realize that despite the vastness of the universe and the countless celestial wonders it holds, Earth remains our only true home. While other planets and moons offer tantalizing glimpses into the possibilities of life beyond Earth, they also remind us of how precious and fragile our planet truly is. The only known creature to withstand these extreme conditions is the hardy tardigrade, reminding us how remarkably adaptable life can be. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more space exploration facts. Until next time, keep looking up, fellow stargazers. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more space exploration facts. Until next time, keep looking up, fellow stargazers.